Boy, you really need a flowchart now to keep track of the sex scandal. Let's try to get it all straight. It has already cost CIA Director David Petraeus his job, and now overnight, the commanding general of American forces in Afghanistan, General John Allen, you see him right there, he's implicated as well. Apparently 20 to 30,000 pages of emails with Jill Kelly, who set the FBI on Paula Broadwell.
That's right. I mean, this is another bizarre twist. The FBI agent who you just mentioned is now been removed from the case for sending revealing pictures of himself to that whistleblower. So the scandal is growing, and it's revolving around the actions of Paula Broadwell, but it really is just one day, more stories leaking out, and we'll try to clear it all up for you.
Continues to mushroom. ABC senior foreign affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz starts off our full coverage from Washington. As you know, she's been reporting on both generals for a decade. And Martha, this was stunning news after midnight.
It's true. The scandal is more stunning every day. Now under investigation, the commander who replaced David Petraeus in Afghanistan, Marine Corps General John Allen, who has apparently been exchanging emails with the woman at the center of the Petraeus affair.
This morning, the FBI probe into David Petraeus' affair appears to have also ensnared his successor in Afghanistan. The Pentagon has now launched an investigation into, quote, potentially inappropriate emails between General Allen and Jill Kelly, the Petraeus family friend at the center of this increasingly strange scandal. The FBI has turned over 20 to 30,000 pages of documents found during the probe. Many are emails between Allen and Kelly sent over the last 2 years. It was Kelly, Petraeus' former deputy in Tampa, who went to the FBI about threatening emails she was receiving. They were eventually traced back to Petraeus' biographer, Paula Broadwell, spurring the investigation that led to the CIA director's resignation. Meantime, overnight, nearly a dozen federal agents descended on Paula Broadwell's home, spending 4.5 hours going floor to floor, leaving with a desktop computer, cardboard boxes, and a briefcase. Sources say Broadwell consented to the search. Just a few hours earlier, Washington Post reporter Vernon Loeb, who spent 16 months working side by side with Broadwell on her biography of Petraeus, told the newspaper's website he had no idea about the affair.
It was never that much of a question in my mind. I mean, but what was a question in my mind, quite frankly, was why General Petraeus was granting Paula Broadwell the kind of access he granted her.
We are also learning more about the scope of the affair between Petraeus and Broadwell. An official telling ABC News the FBI uncovered hundreds, if not thousands, of emails between Petraeus and Broadwell, many of them salacious in nature. As for those emails Jill Kelly received from Broadwell that set this all in motion, sources tell ABC News references were made to Petraeus, but he was not specifically named. Broadwell accused Kelly in the emails of flaunting herself. Officials tell ABC News Kelly told Petraeus about the messages.
General Allen had been nominated to take over NATO Command, George, but that has now been put on hold.
And Martha, on hold, is that a euphemism? Can his career actually survive this investigation?
Well, General Allen says he did nothing wrong, but I think this is likely a career ender. The investigation will probably take a long time, and they have to fill that job.
We are also learning from the Washington Post that General Petraeus initially thought he could ride out this storm.
Well, perhaps Petraeus was hoping that it wouldn't become public and that he could ride it out because he did not resign until the Director of National Intelligence told him he should.
And President Obama held that for 24 hours as well. Okay, thanks, Martha.